To the 5 Minute Crochet Podcast. I'm your host, Ellen Gormley. It is Thursday, Juneteenth. So happy Juneteenth to those of you who celebrate. For me, it's a work day. I could have taken today off, but what better way to serve my community than to serve my community on a holiday? So I am here. I am working today. Um, and I'll be here tomorrow. I think a few minutes before 10 is when I will start again tomorrow. So today I did have an opening at 9. I got confused. It happens. So welcome. Good morning. Good morning, Brian. So I've been thinking about a couple different things. One, I am doing a short flight tomorrow afternoon to go see Patrick in Minnesota. And so I'm going to be packing extremely light. So I'm trying to decide whether or not to bring one ball of yarn and one hook to do some swatching on the plane. I also have some video training. Happy sunshiny morning to you, BJ. I do have some training videos I can watch on my phone on the flight if I can get them to either download or stream or whatever. And so I'm like, swatching and watching. Swatching and watching all at the same time on the plane. One of my favorite things. I love being able to crochet on planes because generally I turn off my phone and so nobody can reach me for an hour or two uninterrupted time. So I'm looking forward to that and spending the weekend with Patrick and then coming home on Sunday. So it should be fun. It should be fun. I can't wait to see where he lives now. It's so weird to not, well, he's taken me a FaceTime tour around his apartment. So like I have a clue, but not, it'll be fun to see him in his new environment. What else is going on? So crochet wise, I've been really thinking about how this might be weird. Tell me what you think about this. I don't know if it's snobby of me or something. I'm starting to feel a little, I don't know if annoyed is the right word, disappointed perhaps, maybe disappointed when a recipient who does not crochet receives a present from me, a blanket or a scarf or whatever, that people who are not crocheters don't know, good morning, Bonnie, the difference between the right side and the wrong side, which of course they're not going to know. Of course they're not going to know, but I like design the right side to be so spectacular. And I often don't pay as much attention to the wrong side. And then when people like don't seem to understand, like, this looks great on this side and the other side is just the other side, I'm like, dang it. And then like, and this has happened many times in the past where the recipient then like folds it or takes a picture wearing it or whatever, and it's the wrong side out. And I'm like, dang it, now I can't use the picture because it's the wrong side. And I feel like the recipient doesn't fully get it or appreciate, like what I was trying to do. I didn't communicate well enough, like the wrong side versus the right side. So many of my motif blankets, it's very clear which is like the pretty side and which side is the other side. And so I'm thinking about if the right side is spectacular, the back just has to be special too. So in the past, though, I haven't really cared. But I'm thinking maybe I care more now about having the wrong side, the private side, look just as spectacular as the right side. So the blanket I'm working on now, I'm very happy that it's going to look the same on both sides. So there'll be no confusion. I think I told you the story, but I know I have a lot of new followers, so you may not have heard this story because I don't think I've told it in years, but before I was on Knit and Crochet Now, it used to be called Knit and Crochet Today, and it was put on by the editors of Crochet Today magazine. And I was not on the show yet. So that was the first couple seasons I was not on the show. But one of my blankets had been on the cover of Crochet Today magazine. I don't know what year that would have been, but it was a blue blanket with white appliqued snowflakes on it. And it was on the cover of Crochet Today magazine, one issue, like their winter December issue or whatever. Anyway, they chose to the edit, they chose to take that cover blanket and put it on the TV show. Well, you would take it as a compliment as that they liked both sides. Oh, thank you, Roberta. That's a great way to look at it. Thank you. That helps. They took my cover blanket and they put it on the show. I was not on the show yet, so whoever the crochet expert was, I can't even remember if it was like Robin Chichula or who it was, but whoever the crochet expert was, and I think Cassie DePaiva was the host. She's from the soap operas All My Children or something. She's an actor. And she was the host of the show. And maybe Brett Barra, the editor of Crochet Today, was on there. Anyway, they were talking about my blanket on camera, and they were showing the beautiful blue blanket with the appliqued snowflakes on top. And applique generally means like sewn on or attached on rather than integrated in. So the blanket looked fantastic on the right side, but when you flip it over, all you see is like little white spots where the applique had been sewn on the back. And so I was mortified when Cassie, the host, flipped over the blanket and exposed the wrong side, the back side, to the audience, and made a comment about, oh, how does the back side look? And she flipped it over and she said, oh, not so much, or something like that. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so mortified. I was like, oh my gosh. It was like having toilet paper on my shoe, or like being exposed. It was so bad. It was so mortifying. I still feel an emotional reaction to it all of these years later. Anyway, it was, and they left that in the show. They didn't even edit it out. They left it in. So I'm like, oh my gosh. My first appearance on the TV show was mortifying. Anyway, kind of funny. So now I'm thinking more after all these years, and after a few experiences recently of giving gifts where the recipient is not a crocheter and can't see the difference between the right side and the wrong side, that maybe I need to be more intentional about making the wrong side, the private side, the back side, whatever you want to call it, more visibly appealing. Anyway, that's kind of what I'm mulling around. I have to go. It's 10 o'clock. My client's not here yet, but I imagine she will be any moment. So I'm going to take off. I'll see you tomorrow. A few minutes before 10 is my plan. Although I do fly out tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be a super busy day. So I will do my best to be there a few minutes before 10, and then Monday a few minutes before 9. Have a fantastic weekend. Let me know your thoughts about the wrong side versus the right side, the public side versus the private side, the front from the back, whatever you want to call it. Have a great day. Bye.